On this day in 2000, project leaders revealing the plans for what would become the Sumtur Amphitheater at Walnut Creek in Papillion. They shared how Papillion, they shared how some of the acres of farmland would turn into an outdoor hub for the performing arts. Sumtur opened up in 2007. It has hosted events between May and October every year since then.
Yeah, it's a great space.